Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm gonna show you how to create this beautiful roses bouquet. You can see here they look almost real. They are not. They are made out of cardstock. And also these bags is you can use it as a gift, and then you can put anything inside here, such as candy or any gift that you can fit in this bags. This bags is 5 by 5 inches, so it's a pretty good size for a gift, and also to use the roses bouquet as a centerpiece. So this is kind of like the lid, and it has these sections here, which are the ones that hold on top of this, and the box has these sections open, so you can easily place this piece like this, and then you can close the box like this. You do the same with the one in the back, of course. So you can see this is a very cool bags that you can make for Mother's Day, for example, or for any occasion that you can think of, or even just to have it as a decor piece that you can have if you want to keep roses all day, all year long without having to put water on. So this is a very cool idea. So let's start working on this, so you can see how you can make a nice roses bouquet like this one. So we are gonna start creating the roses, and we are gonna use 6 pieces, and I'm gonna add color to get the result that you previously saw, to make them look real. And I'm gonna use this red color, and I'm gonna paint just the kind of like halfway up on each petal. So now I have all the 6 pieces with color, and the last thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna make this look or create this look on each petal, so they kind of have that different tone or effect on the top of each petal. So now the 6 pieces for my rose are dry and ready, and we are gonna use the first 2, and I'm gonna use a ruler to kind of fold this each side this way to start putting all these pieces together. So now I have these 2 pieces with the sides folded. I'm gonna put them together, and I'm gonna fold these sections right here. And then I'm gonna fold these petals like this. So now with the rest of the pieces, which are 4, I'm gonna use this scoring tool. You can use anything that you can think may help you to roll, and I'm gonna grab this section like this and roll it down to create that kind of like a rolling effect. And I'm gonna do this with all the sides for each petal. So now I'm gonna fold these sections again, same as I did with the first two pieces, and I'm gonna do the same with the others. So now I have all the pieces ready to start creating the rose. So I'm gonna separate these two pieces, and I'm gonna start adding glue. So what we are gonna do is use two sections like this and put glue on each side of the petals. And then they are gonna go together this way. And I'm gonna wait a little bit to let them dry, and then I'm gonna do the same with these other petals. And we will need to follow the same steps for the second piece. So I'm gonna add glue on this section to attach it with my first piece, just like this. And then start gluing each petal, same as I did with the first piece. So now I'm adding glue in the center of my piece number 3, and I'm gonna attach it like this. And then I'm gonna start adding glue in these sections right here. And I'm just gonna hold it for a little bit just to make sure the glue gets dry to the second one. You can see one side goes on top of the previous petal, and the second one goes to the previous piece. And I'm gonna follow the same step or process with each of these petals. and the same process will be applied for all the pieces that I have left. And now my rose is ready. I'm just kind of separating these last pieces a little bit just to give it a better look. But look how beautiful it looks like. So I have all the roses. So I made 5 for the to fit the box that is gonna be as a centerpiece. And what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna kind of like retouch some of the sections that I want to make them look a little bit nicer. So now my roses are ready. Look how pretty they look. I really like the effect using paint on each one. Looks very nice. So now let's work on the paper bags. Okay, so these are the pieces that I'm gonna be using for my bags. Two of these pieces. This is the base to glue the roses, and this is the bottom base. So I'm gonna fold these sections that it's kind of hard to see them on the camera, and these sections are the ones that are gonna be attached to the bags. I'm just gonna cut these corners. It's not 100% required. You can cut it in a different way. That's definitely up to you. And then I'm gonna fold these two sections. These pieces have a score line in the middle also to build the bags like this. I have two pieces like this one. And I'm gonna start gluing these pieces to my base. Just gonna cut a little bit more here. See this. There are some sections that can make it more difficult for me to attach it perfectly. Okay, so I'm gonna do it this way, so that way I kind of see and make sure that the two pieces are aligned. Sorry. I'm gonna press so it dries quicker, and then I'm gonna add glue in this other section right here. I put too much glue. Okay, so now I'm gonna attach the second piece. Again, I'm gonna fold the sections with score lines. I'm going to do it right. Okay. And this folded section is gonna go to the other side. It doesn't wanna work. Okay. Just like this. That way we have those sections to attach and be glued together, so we can build the bags. Then I'm gonna glue the other section. Right here. And I'm gonna add glue here right away also. So now I'm just making sure that all the pieces that have glue are very well attached. And then the last piece to add glue on is this one. now I have my bags almost ready. So now this is the piece where the roses are gonna be attached to. This one also has core lines, and I'm just gonna fold them like this. And then the next step will be to glue each corner, because this is gonna be like a, like a little teeny basket to hold the roses. But it's also going to be the lid for my box. And I'm gonna use clips just to keep these pieces in place. So I'm gonna let this dry, and I'm gonna fold these two pieces that have score lines. It's hard to see them on the video, but this is how they are gonna be. And there's also score line in the middle. It's kind of very light, so I'm gonna kind of redo it with this score line. And do the same with this one. So now I'm gonna cut this section right here. It's kind of hard to see where the line is, but this is exactly where the score lines will make a mark. And I'm gonna glue these two sections like this. And I'm gonna do the same with the other piece. And then now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna glue these two pieces. And I'm just gonna make these cuts so it's easier to fold these two pieces. And I'm gonna add glue after that. And this piece is basically kind of like a square that is going to be on top of the box to make it stronger. And also for it's gonna kind of hold the lid that is gonna cover the bags. Just gonna add a clip too, just to keep it stable and let it dry. So now this part is dry, and I'm just gonna add glue on each side of each, kind of like on each corner, because I want to leave the middle open to slide the lid for the box. I'm just pressing a little bit to make sure it's gluing. And now this is the part that is gonna be the lid to cover the bags. So we can just leave it like that, like this if we want, and then kind of like start putting the roses here, and depending how big or small you make the roses, so you may need a couple more or less. So for the roses, I'm gonna put like a square in the center, just to have something as I don't know how to call it, kind of like to holder for the back of the roses, so they are not kind of flying around. And this is optional. I'm using it mostly because I want them to be, I want the roses to be visible from the side point instead only from the top, so they are kind of bending a little bit towards the face, my face, and this square will allow me to keep them that way. So I'm gonna put it in the middle, or actually in the center of the base that I'm using for the roses. Just like this. And then the one on top also is gonna be higher, which is what I want, and the others like this, so that way they don't go down and I don't need to use a lot of glue because of that, because of the square that I'm using. So they're gonna be placed kind of like this, and this one on top. To make it look like a Roses Bouquet on top. So then I can glue this part right here so they can stay in one place. So now I'm just gonna start adding the leaves, and what I'm doing also on the leaves is I'm creating some shapes inside with the score lines, so they kind of have a look more realistic. This can be done with your Cricut right away. Just convert creating score lines inside, if you want to instead doing this. Also, these lines can be done as using the pen tool with your Cricut. I will show you in a little bit how they will look like if you do it that way instead. So here I have now all the roses attached to the base and the leaves. You can see that there are some spaces in between, so we can definitely make more roses. I made these little ones and they are made with 3 pieces instead of 6. And I also have extra leaves. So what I did is I've just removed all the roses to show you how you could assemble this part. These are the leaves also with the pen tool. You can see very light lines there. But what I was saying is that I removed all the roses to kind of start over, to include the small roses that we have. So the number of roses is totally up to you. But I think it's kind of nice if we cover the whole area, so it will look like it's full of roses, and it's also kind of like a surprise once you notice that it's actually a box that you can open and have things inside. And you can use it for either candy or to add a gift inside, or anything that you can think that will be nice to add inside as part of the centerpiece. So I'm gonna start attaching everything again, including the small roses that I created with 3 pieces instead of 6. So now I'm just adding the last leaf to complete the roses bouquet. And now this part is done. So with the bags, I'm also gonna add these kind of roses layers, if we can call them that way. And I'm using foamy dots to attach, and I'm just adding a couple, but this can be also attached with glue instead. So now I have my bags pretty much done, and the last thing that I need to do is finish the top, or that is also the lid for these bags, and also on top you can add any other embellishments that you think can make your roses look even better. So I have these pieces. I made 4 of them, but I may ended up using only 3. And these are the ones that are gonna hold the top of the roses with the bags. And what I'm gonna do is these are going in between these 2 sections, which is between the square and the bags by itself, and that's why I didn't glue that section before, because I wanted to be free so I can slide the lid to cover the bags and keep it stable without moving. So now I'm just gonna add glue, and then I'm gonna place the flowers or the base of the roses on top to glue them to these pieces that I have right here. And once we glue this part to these small pieces that I add glue, I recommend to make sure that once you place it, the base of your roses is aligned to the bags. Now I'm just pressing a little bit and kind of adjusting, and I will show you in a minute. So now you can see here that the base is aligned to the bags, so it makes it look like it's one piece, even that is not. And then once I remove it, so you can see that now the pieces are attached to the base of the roses. And then I'm gonna add a third one for the back, so that way it doesn't move anywhere. And again, I'm sliding the 2 previous one that I glued, and I'm just making sure that the one in the back is very well glued. And I'm not doing anything at front because I want to leave it free and look like as natural as possible, to make it look like it's just one piece. So now you can see here how these pieces are attached to the base, and this is how you're gonna slide them to cover the bags. And now our roses centerpiece is pretty much done. You can see the roses look very nice, very natural, like almost real. All we need to do is maybe to find some perfume that smells like roses, and we'll be all set. Okay, I hope you guys like this tutorial, and please leave your comments or questions, and I will see you on my next video. Thank you and have a good one.